Hello, everyone. So I was able to attend an online screening of Alice. This is a new 2022 film that is about an hour and 40 minutes long, and it stars Kiki Palmer, Common, Johnny Lee Miller, and it is directed by Christian Verlitten. You can find this in theaters right now, but I don't want to say too much about this film because I find a lot of the enjoyment I had was going into this not knowing anything about what this movie was going to be about. So I kind of recommend that you do the same, and I'm going to make this review as spoiler free as I possibly can. If there's anything that kind of comes out, so I'll give a warning beforehand. Yeah, but without further ado, let me get into my review for Alice. So Alice, starring Kiki Palmer, is about a slave who lives in the antebellum South of the USA, and she escapes her very secluded plantation that's just surrounded by acres and acres of forest. She's able to escape it and discovers that the world truly isn't what she thought it was to her. There is basically a whole nother world out there, and this is a decently well paced film. I found that the first half of this was a little slow paced, but they build it up very greatly. They show a lot of the terrors of slavery and plantation life for the people who were working farms. And they really get into some of the worst forms of torture and just things that slaves had to go through back in both the days of slavery. They don't shy away from the violence of it, the trauma of it. So there is great talk and dialogue about it. And yeah, for the first half of this film, it really is reminiscent of what you've seen in 12 Years a Slave, where again, they don't really shy away from that. And then the halfway point of this movie takes a very wicked turn, which again, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So I was very pleasantly surprised by the twist that is in this movie. And I did quite enjoy it, but I did find that there should have been more time added onto this movie to explore a lot more of the origins about where she came from, the family who runs it. This is kind of where I get a bit into spoiler territory here, or I could be, but there's just again this whole other world that she comes into. I wish that they would have been able to explain it and build it up a little bit more. Common's character in this I found could have had a lot more depth to him. The performances all throughout by everyone is pretty fantastic, and this is definitely the driving force of this movie. Kiki Palmer's fantastic, Common's fantastic. Johnny Lee Miller, who plays the plantation owner, is pretty terrifying in his own right, and he plays his character very, very well. But I just found that there was a lot of missing pieces in just in terms of the story where everything fits in the world of the plantation and the outside worlds around that plantation. Same thing too, it does fall a little bit flat in its climax, and there should have been a lot more that kind of went into it. I just feel like what the plantation is should have been done a little bit bigger, and a lot more time spent with it explaining truly the origins behind it. There's just so much kind of history in this film that wasn't brushed over in terms of truly what this plantation is and would mean for black people in America during the slavery days, and even too just for the times that we live in now. Again, like I really like the direction they were going for. I like the twist. I like everything, but I just found that the material that came after it just needs to be flushed out and explored a lot more in order for it to be super effective, more fun to watch, a lot more depth with Common's character. Again, Kiki Palmer's character does have really, really good growth in this film, and it's amazing to watch her journey. And again, like I said, the performance in this truly drive everything about it. But with all of this taken together, I did just find that a lot of this movie was missing, and I feel like this may be a little bit generous, but I did really enjoy my time with it. I would recommend it, and again, I would recommend going to this film not knowing too much about it, because I found that's where a lot of the joy comes from it. But of course, too, in the trailer that I'm showing over this, there are spoilers in it in itself. So 7 out of 10 is what I'm going to give a score for Alice. Again, just try your very best to go into this without knowing too much about what this movie is actually going to be. And yeah, no, I just thought it was a very decently put together film. So much more needed to kind of be there for its effectiveness, but I did enjoy my time with it. So if you've seen Alice, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. If you liked it, let me know. If you like this review, you can check out all my other reviews that I do on the channel through my place down below. And for convenience sake, I'll link them up top here. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn a little ringer on if you want to know when I upload new videos. If you want to check out everything I do live stream and Twitch wise, there's a link to that in the description of this video, and of course on my channel bio. And in both of those places, there is also a link to the Media Mountain, which is my Discord, where we talk about movies, video games, comic book, TV, anime, sports, music, pretty much everything that's awesome in this world. So you can definitely join that amazing community, help make it even more amazing than it is already. And yeah, just awesome, guys.